It doesn't even matter that anybody's here or not. Let me just talk. So, I guess I really want to kind of like confront the idea of change. So, I noticed that for many people, it's very difficult to change. And I guess one of the reasons I believe this is because people are so stuck um, in their own fantasies. Everybody wants a life that they feel is most comforting to them. They want something that they feel as if is for them. And when they don't get it, or they feel as if they have to do something else, go outside of their norm, they kind of like stray away from it because it's unfamiliar, which I understand. But I've come to the great realization that we are forever changing beings. You know, I mean, I'll always remain me, who I am, because I am. I am. But I'm not always going to be recognized as who you may think for me to be. So it's interesting. I actually kind of ran into this a little bit with my cousin, one of my cousins. So I like to smoke. I like to do shrooms. I'm a spiritual individual. Those are the things I prefer to do. And he was on the phone with me, and he said something kind of weird. He said, "I don't like it when you're on that stuff. It's like I don't recognize." He said, "I don't. It's like I don't know you. It's like I don't recognize you." There's more to that I could explain. I swear to you. It's not like I'm a drug addict. It's not like I'm different when I'm doing things. He rarely sees me whenever I'm on shrooms, and when I'm smoking, I'm more calm. But I said that to say this. I found it interesting because when we got off the phone, I was kind of like talking to myself because that's just me. I guess I got ADD. I might have OCD. That's what I told him as well. But I got off the phone. I'm talking to myself, and I'm like, "You're not always gonna recognize me. You won't always recognize me because it's change. Change means that I will forever be going forward, moving forward. You can't expect to recognize me when I'm always going to be evolving." And this is my little cousin, so I feel the need to have to tell him this. I haven't told him yet. I'm gonna confront him about it. What's good, man? If nobody was here. I was just talking just to talk. But hello. Um, but anyways, I just wanted to say like in that situation, I'm talking to him. I mean, I'm talking to myself, and I'm like, well, you cannot recognize me at every single point inside of your life. You know what I mean? You're not gonna recognize me. And as a matter of fact, Lauren Hill said something like that. She said, "It's impossible that you people will ever know me. I don't even know myself. That's what life is about. I'm still getting to know myself. So you're not always gonna recognize me." And this is kind of like what I feel like I have to tell my little cuz, because he's thinking like, "Oh, you're different now." It's like I'm not different. I'm forever changing. I'm forever growing. That is ascension. That is how we are as human beings. You know what I mean? If you're not changing, what are you doing? If you're not constantly evolving, what are you truly doing in your life? Why do you wake up? Just to what? Work, go to McDonald's, eat, go to sleep, maybe have wife and kids? That's not what life is about. You're here for a way greater person. Happy birthday, my man. Happy birthday. How old is you? Balthazar Naranjo. I don't know if said that right. 14? Congrats, man. Congratulations. I like to say congratulations when people reach ages because unfortunately not everybody reach certain ages. It's people who's died before 14. I'm 24. It's people who's died at 24 died before me. So congratulations. I'm happy that you reached the age of 14. Genuinely and truly. Keep up the good work for real. Oh, you said today. I don't know why I thought you said yesterday. Fuck yeah. Today's your birthday. Yeah. No problem, man. And I'll say this. It may be your birthday, but you only birthed once. Every other time that day hits, it's really just a celebration, the fact that you made it again. As a matter of fact, let me kind of address that because at some point I will be, I'm gonna be doing music, and I really want to be known in life. So I guess I also want people to get to know me a little bit. But the way I look up and I wake up and I look at life, the way I perceive this, it's like it's all magical. I swear to you. Hey, what's up, bruh? Erdy? You smooth and squeezy. I don't know what that means. Smooth and squeezy. Let it outside. Don't kill it. Just let him outside. Don't don't kill the bug. Smooth and squeaky. I don't know who Stray Kids is. Who is Stray Kids? They do music. I said, what's up, Erdy? What's up? Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. It hurt like hell. I'm gonna be honest. None of the ones on my face hurt, but my hands hurt. This genuinely did hurt a lot. What makes me vibe? Life, bruh. I ain't even gonna hold you. Life, man. Like life is beautiful. I really want to be able to share my experience with people because I wake up because this shit is fucking magical, dog. Come on, like that's what make me vibe. The very fact that I'm alive, the very fact that you alive, that's beautiful to me. But how old are y'all people? I mean, I don't care if you're young or older. Like I don't have any wild things going on in my lives. Of course, I just talk. I'm a spiritual individual, so I try and talk philosophy. I try and talk life because that's a beautiful thing. Don't hold your fever. What's that mean? Don't hold your fever. Do I sound sick? Unfortunately, that's just how I sound. Hello. Hey, Parasite King, YT, Braxton Holden. I appreciate that, Balthazar Naranjo. It's actually interesting that you said that. I mean, I'm spoiling some of my business, but I'm in a motel right now. This week I was only able to afford 2 days, and yesterday, um, I was supposed to be out by this morning, but yesterday I made enough money. I make tips, so I made enough money to be able to afford this night. But I was off today, so I'm gonna have to thug it out until next payday. I'm gonna be on the street until next payday, but I've done it before. I swear, it's really nothing. To be honest, unfortunately, I've been on the streets like twice. It's getting very expensive just in general here in America. I'm assuming you all are in America, but some of y'all are probably young. Y'all guys don't understand that, bills is high. It's very high. So while I do, ew, no thank you, Jordan. So while I do have some younglings on here, let me say this. Please, please complete your dreams. While you are young, while your parents is taking care of you, focus on you, focus on your dreams, on what the fuck you want to do. I was trying to do that when I was younger, but unfortunately, living in extreme poverty, I wasn't always able to get exactly what I wanted. But then I also, I won't say I bullshitted exactly in my teenage years, but like I got distracted. I will say that I did get distracted. I started going through things. I'm not where I want to be right now. So while you guys are being taken care of by your parents, if there's any young people right now, get your goals settled. Start to conform everything. If you want to do music, start damn, what the fuck is the word? Start investing into the equipment. You want to do beats, do that. If you want to get a guitar, I'm about to get me a guitar. If you want to be an actor, whatever you want to be, start to manifest that while you are still living with your parents. I wasn't the person who took advantage of that. And now look, Tracy, what's up? I'm waiting for for a glitter clip right now, but I don't know where she is. I already texted her. Yo, this is cool. Even though it's only 4 people, I don't care. I have a job, Bojangles. I have a job. But it is not doing well, and unfortunately, it is jobs are a little bit scarce. I don't have my alarm batteries aren't going off. So, nice try, Bojangles. Hello, Tracy. I'm gonna make you a what's it called? I'm gonna make you a mod, Tracy, of course. I should. I gotta learn how to do that stuff. But to be honest, where was I earlier? Where was I? I was talking about stuff. I was trying to. Oh yeah, completing your dreams. Do that shit early. You don't want to do this. You don't want to struggle. Okay, I've struggled in areas that I wish I didn't have to struggle. Albeit, I started living with my dad and I moved out his crib because I'm my own man and everything. I'm trying to do things on my own, but I went through some of my hardships and everything, and I'm getting there. I'm definitely still trying to get there, but I could have taken longer advantage living with my pops. But that's a whole different story because I didn't want to live under his roof personally because I don't want to go by his rules, his beliefs, how he understands. That's just me. But while you can, do what you need to do. You don't want to have to work somewhere where you don't want to. You can be whatever the fuck you want to be. If you want to change the world, you can change the fucking world. Do that shit. But do so and start to do it while you are in the midst of your younger years, while you are still in some of your most youthful stages. Train yourself. I know you probably love your family, you probably love your friends. Fuck all them if they are not trying to help you or if they're not contributing to what you're trying to do. You have, as far as you know, you have one life. As far as you can experience, you have this life right now. This life is right here in front of you. You don't have anything in the corner of your eye or in the back of your mind telling you, hey, I got like 3 extra fucking lives here. No, you don't. You got one right now as far as you know. Do not squander that bitch. I swear to you. You won't regret it in the future. Even though I'm not where I want to be, shit, I ain't gonna hold you. I like where I'm at. Who I am, yeah, I fuck with me. I definitely do fuck with me right now. Thank you, Braxton. I appreciate it. Oh, hang on. You know what? I can do this. I can do this. Yup. Yup. Just like that. There we go. Almost dropped my phone. You did not hear a smoke detector chirp at all. This is I'm inside of a motel. What you are hearing, I have no idea what you're hearing. Matter of fact, they don't even have batteries in these smoke detectors. I swear to you. If it's even a smoke detector in here, I think that is when they don't have batteries. Oh yeah. Okay, I heard it. That's not me though. I'm in a motel. You could tell them motherfuckers change the battery. When I have my own house, I change my smoke detector batteries, asshole. I heard you, someone. That's not me though. I'm in a motel. So, fuck you. Bye, Braxton. Thank you for coming. Yeah, someone, the stereotype's going crazy, but like I said, I'm in a white owned motel, so Tell them crackers to goddamn change these. Or get the fuck off of here. Just being real. I don't own this motel. I done buy this thing for a few nights. I don't change the fucking batteries. I don't do none of it. I can admit it's funny, but I am not that kind of dude. If that annoying ass noise, I change those shits. Throwing me completely the fuck off topic. Throwing me off topic. Anyways. Oh, damn. And I be having ADD. Throwing me way off topic. Anyways. I was talking about dreams from before, but I really want to step away from that. So, yeah, I skateboard. I definitely do. I haven't had my board in a minute, but yeah, I skate. I definitely do. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you some cool shit about me. My skateboard, I was the only individual. I had a hoodie with my gamer tag spray painted on it. No, not spray painted. I had my own hoodie with my gamer tag on it, and I spray painted my gamer tag on my board. It was so sick. It was hot pink. Everything. It was amazing. Don't fall out your chair. Please don't. Don't hurt yourself. But I want to don't go nowhere because I want to be able to jump on to another topic, but I need to get something. Give me 1 second. Like 30 seconds. Not even. All right. I'm back. So, I just wanted to show you guys something. When I don't think I've said this. Well, I've said this in my videos, but I know I ain't gonna hold you. I know most of y'all don't watch my videos, if anybody's even watched them. But I write. I like to write books. I write. I am a poet. I am a philosopher. I am an artist. These are my books that I write in. None of them are finished, but understand I am not just some hoodlum. I'm not a YN. I'm not no street dude, but I'm a big nerd. I write books for real, for real. This is crazy to me. So, can we talk about oh my goodness. Can we talk about the political and economic state of the world? I'm going to be real with you. I could give literally like 2 shits. Here's why. Because I disagree with politics. Because I don't need to be governed. Maybe you feel like other individuals need to be governed. That's unfortunate for them. But I'm not stupid. I know not to kill nobody. I don't need politics. I don't need governments. I know not to steal from the next man. I know that we shouldn't go to war with another individual because of resources. Shit, you really about to get me into it right now. So, my major goal to simplify it is to truly help the world. I want to change the world in one of the most extravagant ways, and I'm not going to say I'm trying to, I will do that. And the way I'm going to do it is by showing individuals a far better way of living, a better way of understanding. YN with book smarts, you definitely somebody. You're somebody. One Jaden Smith quote. That's funny. But damn, I got ADD. But let me see. Changing the world. I can't stress to you how extremely important that is to me. Like, to do something to not just the human psyche, but to our physical living in general. Not even just physical living. Because again, I'm a nerd. I can go deeper and get into our biological living. I can change the biology of man for better. This is how much of a nerd I am. I got so much knowledge and wisdom on me. I could be killed for the shit that I know. No bullshit. No bullshit. I've been doing this since I was like 9 years old. This is why I'm a weirdo. This is why I'm just a big. Listen, bruh. No funny shit. I goddamn someone you good. I love that you trolling. You cool. But no funny shit though. I read documentations for fun. Like if I tell you, I can have conversations with y'all about world history that y'all have no fucking idea about. Maybe some of y'all like be on Instagram or like all these reels and shit or whatever social medias y'all be in. Y'all probably be on the conspiracy side of the social media. I'm letting you know I've been on the conspiracy side of life in general. Before all the social media and shit, I was in the books. All information I've gotten about the world, I've gotten from books, from journals, from historical accounts, from maps, from national archives. So I could genuinely tell people like things on the world in ancient history that's like you'd be like, huh, that changes the whole perspective on the world. For real. The Stanford prison experiment, that's actually interesting. What I think bottom line, nothing should be used as an experiment unless if it is for the extreme greater good of all of life and if it's with consent. The problem with just experiments in general is people like to do experiments, scientists like to, governments, they like to do experiments on people, and then most of the time they release these people back into the public. And you have no idea that, oh, this person who's quote unquote crazy, like, I'm gonna just be honest, Marilyn Manson was not crazy. Now, I was like 7 to 8 years old studying Marilyn Manson, and I understood he was not crazy. He definitely wasn't. When he would talk, he knew exactly what he was talking about. That's not crazy. Crazy doesn't exactly have a look. As a matter of fact, it's not a such thing called crazy. No, I've actually never been a juvenile. I'll tell you this, my record is actually clean as a bar of soap. Maybe to some people I look like a hoodlum, but I'm really not. I got hella tattoos. I'm not a hoodlum though at all. I don't gang bang. I don't do none of that shit. I'm just a nerd. If any of y'all uncultured people don't know what this is, you should really understand what kind of time I'm on. I ain't even gonna say what this is. Y'all should already know. If y'all not hip to it, damn, that's crazy. Imagine not knowing. That's crazy. Be careful. You say you have one strike left. Be careful. Oh, I'm sorry, someone. I was thinking about a different experiment. So that's interesting. Yes, I remember that experiment. It's interesting because it happens all the time. It doesn't even need to be an experiment for that. It happens all the time. You see somebody in a lab coat, you see somebody wearing a certain outfit, you automatically think something higher of them. Oh, this man is in a suit. He got a better posture. He means business. He doesn't talk that much. This, that, and the third. He has authority. Now all of a sudden you listen to him. I got this from my father, but I got a big problem with authority. I don't follow authority, but authority is fucking stupid to me. Why would I follow something, especially when I already know what to do? I don't need to be told to piss in the toilet, do I? No, it'd be common sense to me at the moment. You feel what I mean? That's what authority is. Authority is like, hey, you need a hall pass to go to the bathroom. No, I gotta go use the bathroom, bruh. I'm about to go. That's authority. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the president. This is my title. There's no such thing called titles. All these things are falsehoods. None of it is real. Absolutely none of it. Damn, screw it. Fuck it. So I didn't want to tell y'all what this is if y'all didn't know. This is a One Piece tattoo. This is, if y'all don't know anime, this is a One Piece tattoo. This is the scar on Luffy's cheek. I'm a huge One Piece fan. I'm caught up. Anyways, yeah, I smoke. But anyways, about that, someone, I don't know if you watch One Piece, but onto that authority thing in One Piece, there's a scene where Luffy, the main character, he punches what is somebody who is called a celestial dragon, who is supposed to be like the gods on their world. You feel me? He doesn't. Luffy does not see authority. He said, "Fuck that! You're doing wrong. You're enslaving people. I'ma punch you dead in your face." Everybody in the entire stadium, wherever they was shocked. Like, you don't hit a celestial dragon? Oh my god, this is gonna be like world fucking news. Oh no, Luffy didn't give a shit. Like, bro, you doing wrong. That's one of the major problems with people in general. With that experiment you was talking about, someone, people, there was nobody in that room in that experiment that would really be like, nah, y'all are trying to be authority towards us. Y'all are trying to be above us. Y'all are trying to abuse us and make different rules. Fuck that. There was nobody in that experiment who do that. That's who I consider myself to be. That's also another reason why I got this tattoo. I don't see authority. If you're doing wrong, I'm going to stand up to the shit. If I see something, I'm not going to just stand idly by and not do shit. This means a lot to me. This tattoo, One Piece, all of this shit means so much to me, bro. I swear to you. It's a beautiful feeling. I always advise people to watch One Piece, and I know I'm probably gonna sound like an average One Piece fan, but it is absolutely beautiful. It is the most beautiful story ever told that I've ever read. Yeah, you do. And it's beautiful, isn't it? 1975. No, but I do like indie music. I'm very versatile. Like, I'm about to start getting into music, but I'm gonna do rock, rap, alternative shit. Like, that's what I like. But like, yeah. To be honest, I don't know what you classify as indie music. To be honest with you, I guess like once I hear it, I know, but I don't really pay attention to the genres I listen to exactly like that. Oh, shit. Ouch. I'm sorry. I'm taking out some of these. I braided some of my dreads, and they're like, I'm just taking them out. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm distracting. I know. Robbers, the 1975. Listen to it later. I got you. As a matter of fact, let me grab a pen so I can write that down. Oh yeah, I'm cool as shit. I'm gonna actually listen to y'all. Like, if y'all give me like, like any kind of listens to, you want me to listen to something, I'll give it a listen. Like, like I'm human. I'm here. We're on Earth to make friends, not enemies. So anybody can be a friend, but anybody could also be an enemy. It just depends on how you approach each other, how you coexist. And truthfully, even then, it's still no such thing called enemies. Okay, let me see. Robbers, the 1975. Okay, I'm feeling good. I might actually read some of my book to y'all. Can't be a lot. Okay. The Robbers. Robbers, the 1975. Okay. Not the Robbers, the 1975. Thank you. You play bass? I'm trying to get an electric, bro. I'm trying to know my differences between all my guitars and everything, but I really do want to get like an electric guitar. I want to, yeah, and I do want to get a flute, but not just any flute. I want to get a more like, all right. So I know I seem like I'm just average quote unquote black guy. I am actually Indian. I am Lumbee Cherokee, and I am Mississippian. And the flute, the Indian flute, native to here in America, that is one of my favorite instruments. It has been ever since I was a child. I've always felt an extreme connection to it. It brings a certain kind of peace in my soul. It's either I'd get an American Indian flute or like a Hindu Indian flute. Those are two of the most beautiful sounding things. Not well, no, I won't say that because I also really like the violin. I love. Oh my God, the violin. It does something to me. I swear, man. Ooh, fuck. Why'd you say that? The saxophone is so amazing, bro. Like the sax, I love jazz. Like I really do. I love jazz. I'm a sound kind of hateful. Only music I kind of really can't get into is country and R&B. It's hard for me to get into a lot of R&B, and I still can't find no country I'm into. And I genuinely do be trying. I'm not being biased. I just can't get into the vibe of country music or a lot of R&B. Sorry. Oh, thank you. Someone? Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, you're cool. Like I don't take things to heart. Like you all good, man. It's cool. Like as long as you lighthearted, I don't mind. I'm gonna listen to the other one as well. I'm listening to the other one. You said, let's go up. Happiness, 1975 to 1975. I wish I could have like some music playing or something, but all I got is my phone, and I really can't play. I can't play music. Obviously, I'm doing live, but I would listen to it. Hell yeah, I listen to heavy metal. Ooh, you know what? I want to give you some shit. Have y'all ever heard of Nightwish? That's opera metal. Oh my fucking god. Opera metal. Nightwish is absolutely amazing. If you haven't heard of Nightwish, look up Story Time. You know what? The entire Imaginarium album. Look up the entire Imaginarium album by Nightwish. You will not regret. You will listen to it and be like, what? Yeah, you know. They are, my oldest brother put me on with them. I said, wow, they are sick, bro. That's sick stuff. Like, ooh. Cause it's like that's what I want to do. That's why I really want to get into music. I want to combine a bunch of elements with each other. Give me some. Nobody's ever really heard a electric guitar and a saxophone complement each other. I want to do some shit like that. Let me mix some heavy metal with some jazz. Those are two things that completely, they're like oil and water. They shouldn't mix together. Watch me make them mix together. I swear, I got y'all. When I start making music, y'all gonna be like, wow, this man really was a genius, bro. Like, I got so many ideas. I just don't have any equipment. I don't have any instruments. I don't have any, no soundboards, no nothing, no mics, no nothing. Like, I have so many musical ideas. I'm trying to work on my vocals. I'm trying to do so much, but I haven't done nothing. Like, I haven't recorded anything, nothing. So, like, that's why earlier when I was talking about complete your dreams and shit, like, do that, bro. Do that. Hurry up, try and get your dreams completed while you're young. I mean, it ain't gonna be completed while you're young. I mean, it can be. I'm not gonna say it won't be. But even if it's not completed while you're young, get that shit started, at least. I gotta listen to Green Day. Oh, someone you said that's been your favorite band since for 12 years? I've never, bro. You're gonna be like, what? Have you been living under a rock? No, but I've never been to a concert, a festival, anything. I really want to go. I really want to go to Burning Man, but they said Burning Man is not the same as it used to be. So like, I don't know. I still want to go just for the experience, but because it's been cool for me. But I don't know. You know the song In the End. In the End by Linkin Park. That's what I'm thinking about. What the fuck? Someone. Someone. I ain't gonna hold you. You peeped something very interesting. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I definitely got to talk about that. Holy fuck. So, that's a very interesting and very amazing observation. Because it's not that you said you look like you like cats, you said you look like you respect cats, which is a completely different question. Yes. Because if you ask anybody if they like cats, anybody could just like cats, but to respect cats is a different thing. Yes, I highly respect cats. I've had a total of 16 cats in my life. They've taught me so much and I've taught them so much. Like I I socialize with cats a lot. Anytime I see a cat, I have to stop. They are the most interesting creatures to me. They've helped my spirituality as well. It's always good to keep a cat around too. I love dogs, and I used to love dogs more than cats, but now I just love animals in general. But if you want to ask me what I want, give me a cat. Now I'm gonna take a cat all day. Obviously, they're gonna be black, so I just love black. Cane Corso. Don't introduce your cats to evil, Larry. You stupid. Cane Corso. I'll tell you what dogs I like. Tibetan Mastiffs. I fucking love Tibetan Mastiffs. Um, Pits. I love pits. Rots. I love them. I used to be a big Husky and German Shepherd guy, and I still do like them, but not as much as I used to. I also love Great Danes. You know, I've never seen a Dalmatian. Has anybody ever seen a Dalmatian in real life? I've never seen one. I used to think they were extinct, or like they don't didn't actually exist. I've never seen a Dalmatian in real life, like for real, and they're so beautiful. See, golden retrievers are cool to me. They're just also like kind of like I'm not trying to diss them. They're like I don't want to say that like they're the most sissy dogs because they're not. They're golden retrievers like have no real bite to them. I love them. Don't get me wrong. Don't get a golden retriever if you want somebody to protect your house. The most they'll do is bark, but they're usually not aggressive. They're not the best attackers. Everybody say golden retrievers are the most lovable dogs on the planet. Now I understand because they're homebodies for real. For real. I mean, they do love like outside, but a golden retriever cannot last without people. They wouldn't last in the wild. They'd get eaten alive by other dogs. But they're so sweet, so gentle. They got more. They seem like they got more facial expressions than a lot of other dogs, which is also interesting. Yeah, I do love them. I love golden retrievers, but personally, my favorite does have to be like Great Danes, Tibetan Mastiffs, and pits. I love me some pit bulls. Cane Corso do have a good bite force, but the top two, the first two highest bite forces. Second place is pit bulls. First place is Rottweilers. I forgot how much is Rottweiler's bite force, but that is the last dog you want to get bit by. Is a Rott. Second is gonna be a pit. Speaking of bite forces, my favorite big cat is a Jaguar, which has the highest bite force out of all the cats. I love Jaguars. Little interesting fact, you know that Wakanda actually doesn't make real sense because Black Panthers are mainly native to America. They're not really native to Africa. Yes, you can get melanized panthers, but those are usually leopards, not jaguars. There's no jaguars in Africa. So a yeah, yeah, a panther isn't a real animal. A panther is it's referring to Panthera, the genus. It's not exactly an animal. So when they say Black Panther, it's not referring to a specific animal. It's just referring to uh a melanated big cat, because Panthera is are big cats. Panthers are big cats. Felines are small cats. So like I said, I'm a nerd. I'm a big nerd. So yeah, panther isn't a animal. It's a genus. Just like feline is a genus. Just like canine is a genus. Hominin is a genus. Um, but Black Panther refers to melanated big cats, which would be like your dark leopards. But when leopards are really melanated, you still see their spots. You'll never see a fully melanated leopard. However, jaguars, you will see them completely black, no spots at all. Those are the real Black Panthers. The real Black Panthers come from South America. So technically, Wakanda should be in South America, not Africa, since you're gonna do the whole Black Panther thing. But I mean, what's a nerd gonna do? I'm not a producer. Yeah, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, they're interesting. A caracal cat, and they're like the real long ones. They're pretty tall. They're actually cool. They're actually kind of interesting. I've never seen one in person, but I like them. It's interesting whenever you see like felines meet like bigger cats, because they automatically know, because of their molars, because their excuse me, I was gonna say snout, because of their teeth and how their mouth looks. They automatically know that they have way bigger teeth, and these are predators. So usually, felines are scared of bigger cats. What kind of shark? I'm gonna sound generic. I've always liked great whites. For real, for real. That's just me. I'm a big great white guy. Lemons are cool. Tigers are cool as well, and hammerheads. That's interesting. I didn't know that part. Someone you just taught me something. That's just their way of communicating. Interesting. I didn't know that. See, and everybody always have a different form of communication. What may seem like hate to one species might actually be love to another. Speaking of which, did you know that cats don't only purr whenever they're in enjoyment? They also purr when they feel like they're in, whenever they're really scared. It also comforts them. It doesn't. It's not just a sign like they're okay. It's something that's comforting. But I digress. I do want to read some of my book, and it's nothing wrong with it only being two people in here. I just know I'm gonna read some of my book again, and I don't want to do it when it's only two people. But it also don't matter. No, 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 not at all. I I've never dived. I'd like to. Um, Problem is I can't swim. Exactly. No, I'm lying. So most retarded shit ever. You're about to hear the most retarded shit that you'll ever hear. I can swim underwater. I can't stroke. I can't do none of that. I can't float. So it's kind of pointless for me to swim underwater when I'm gonna need some oxygen at some point. And yeah, I can go with a tank, but again, I can't swim above water, so that's kind of still stupid for me. So it's interesting, someone. I actually have a video where I've read some of my book. Um, I just also kind of like want to read it and talk to people about it. Listen, listen, listen. It doesn't even help because when I say where I'm from, it really don't help, because they say New Yorkers can't swim. I'm from Buffalo, New York, so, and I can't swim, and I can tell you a lot of us cannot swim. It's just most water that we be around is pools, so it's like it really is no need to swim like that. We don't always have big bodies of water around us or something that's deep enough for us to really learn how to swim. And a lot of times the pools be crowded, so you can't learn how to swim unless you have swimming classes. You feel? I can swim back up when I'm underwater. I can do all that. I can't stay above water. I can't float. I can't do none of that. So it's like I'll put it to you this way. If I'm in the middle of the ocean and let's say the next landmass is like a click or two away, I can survive. I'm going to struggle and I'm probably going to damn near drown almost 20, 30 times. And I'm going to be out of breath and I might even almost faint. But I can survive in water. I can get enough breath every few seconds. I'll constantly, like, here's exactly what's going to happen if I was in the water. Yes. Yeah. Well, I feel you'll lose energy to float. I I still can't, like, I've tried to relax my body as much as I can. I still can't float. I need somebody to really sit there and teach me. Cause they're like, that's just you being scared of your head going under the water. And I'm like, I'm not. My head is literally going under the water. Like my nose and everything, and I'm not floating. I used to go all the way under the pool and like just sit and meditate. And just like what I would do is I'll like go right underwater, blow all my breath out. So like, because once your lungs is like the only organ that's actually gonna float. So once you push all the lungs out from your all the lungs out. Once you push all the air out from your lungs, don't push your lungs out. That'll kill you. Once you push all the air out from your lungs when you're underwater, you're just gonna start to sink all the way to the bottom because you have nothing that's gonna hold you up like a balloon. And then I'll just like try and meditate as long as I can with absolutely no breath underwater. You're an Aquarius. I am a. I kind of want to see if anybody could guess what I am, but it's like two of y'all, and I don't want to make y'all guess. That's a long time. I'm a Taurus. I'm a Taurus. uh, that's interesting though. You say you're an Aquarius. Astrology is real. It's the fact that it's misunderstood, especially because unfortunately, many people who don't actually understand it are the leading people within the subject, but they have no fucking clue about astrology. Their idea of astrology is fake, but astrology is definitely real. I can explain it too. And the ancients, all the ancients, they've known about astrology. It's science to it. So for one, lights, energy, frequency, all these things affect you regardless. It doesn't matter. Everything in this world affects you to some sort of degree. Now, hold on. Okay, yeah. So the time, the place that you are born, it matters. You can be born in, let's say you are born in a terrible age. Let's just water it down. Let's say you were born in the dark ages. You're not going to be somebody like me living in the dark ages. Somebody like me probably is not going to exist in the dark ages. I'm not an individual who exists in the dark ages. Let's go deeper than that. When you are born under certain stars, damn, hold on. All right, so because I fuck with y'all and I'm an open individual. I want to tell y'all how I feel because certain shit I may say won't make sense until I explain other things. My beliefs and understandings of the world is not the same. No, someone you've probably been reborn way more than 18 times. I've studied I've studied many religions. Hindu is probably one of my favorite to study for obvious reasons. Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, all those. Um, this goes back to what I was saying earlier about being in life. Life isn't just for no reason. You don't just wake up. here and die someday. You know, you actually have shit to do. You are here to grow. You are to do things. You are to constantly relive not your same life, but you're constantly to be rebirthed, be in the cycle of rebirth, in this karmic cycle, until you not quote unquote get it right, but until you do what needs to be done. For the most part, everybody has to do the same thing. Whether y'all like it or if y'all understand it or not, we have to do the same thing. And that's reach enlightenment. It's nothing else. All every fucking thing in this world is secondary. Reach nirvana, reach enlightenment. Become the God that you are supposed to be. God said that you are made within his image. This is for a reason. I'm not Christian, but the Bible has so many truths. It's just people misunderstand it. It is built upon symbology and allegory. You're not supposed to read it very direct. That's what fucks people up. You not into that could be a thing, someone. I'm not going to say that's not a thing because I wouldn't know, but I'll tell you as far as I know. You're born into a different you can be born into a different version of you. You can be born into something else. But you're not always going to be born as, let's say you're white. You're not always going to be a white person. Your race does not equal your soul. That's one thing for sure. You're not always going to be born into the same family. That doesn't matter. Your family does not matter either. I know a lot of us love our families when we want to act like they matter. They don't. We are all children of existence. Whether you believe in God, the source, the creator, however you perceive that higher power, if you are understanding enough, you understand there is a higher power. That's without a question. Whether you think that higher power is conscious or not, that's all also irrelevant. Actually, it is relevant. Race is real, but it isn't. It's, how do I put this? Because I'm gonna be honest, the shit that I say can be extremely controversial. So I try to be careful what I say. Race is real, but it's misunderstood. The race that they try and describe it as is not real. But race, as in the differences in us, is real. The lineages is real. Not everybody is the same kind of person. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because, like I said, this is a very extremely controversial topic, and I usually wouldn't mind, but I am trying to make friends right now. But there is a such thing called man. There's a such thing called mankind. There is a real such thing called NPCs. There is a real such thing called people who do not think. This was an interesting statistic I read about. 50 to 60% of the population do not have an internal dialogue. If you are somebody who has an internal dialogue, you understand how scary that is. That much of the population does not have an internal dialogue. Why is that? Not everybody is made to think. I know everybody wants to think that all men is created equal. That's not the case, because not everybody starts from the same place. Not everybody starts in the same bloodlines. Race, I like what you said, Keith. Race is, it's interesting what you said, because when you say bloodlines, that also includes family. Now, I want to say this, and I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. All of these different quote unquote races of people you see on the planet, we are indeed different. Inside, we are the same. Biologically, we technically are not the exact same being. And it does go a little deeper than skin color, hair, and all this stuff. An Asian is not the same as a white person. There were many different species of hominin. There are very different species of what they may say called man. Even there has been many different, if you want to call them religious, many different quote unquote religious books have talked about this. There have been many different kinds of people. That is what they called races. What you see now is the mixture of all those different kinds of people who are able to procreate. And now we call those races. There are some people who are still pure bloods of what their ancestor was, and then there's also many people who are not. This is why the topic of race has been a big thing for millennia. This race topic didn't start with what's his name, with Darwin. It didn't start a little bit before him. This has been a topic for millennia. This has been things that has been in scripture, in Bibles. We are all the same because we are all souls. We are all children of existence, but our bodies, these vessels that we are in, are not the same. All fruits contain the soul of the sun. It all has sunlight energy, but an apple is not an orange. You can call them all fruits. You can call us all man, but we're all not the same. But people like to take that and try and make it a, well, if we're not the same, that might mean that one is above the other. It doesn't. It doesn't. Okay? That doesn't mean that one is above the other either. Us being different just means that our artistical, biological expressions express differently because of things that we have done, things that we have lived, choices that we have made. Even, believe it or not, even how you think affects your body. I am a very young looking individual, and I can tell y'all some magic on how I also try and keep myself looking very young. But you're mental. You have to stay happy. Being happy. I was actually just talking to this white lady last night at my job, cause she said something that kind of like rubbed me a little bit wrong, cause she didn't look her age. She looked younger than her age, and she's like, I look young for my age, and I'm white, and we usually don't look like that. I said, what is that supposed to mean? And I'm like, there's many quote unquote white people that look young. I said, it has nothing to do with race. I said, how much do you laugh and smile? She said, she said, I try to a lot. I said, that's why you look young. Don't try and subjugate how you look to your race. So much plays into part on how our bodies are built. You don't even know that just smiling more makes you look younger. Some people don't know that. Some people don't know having a positive mind slows your aging significantly. Stress kills, stress ages faster. So, oh, bye, someone. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I'll see you again. But everything for its purpose. Some is a hammer, some is a screwdriver. Thank you. So, like, this is a topic that a lot of people don't have. I personally see a difference in what you may call race intelligence. I do see a difference. What you may call as Europeans, they are very mathematically smart. They're very intelligent in that. I can very comfortably say that. A lot of my people, I'm not saying we don't do math and we're not smart with math, because of course a lot of geniuses that's quote unquote black can become mathematicians and have been. But it's something about the biology, the mental of Europeans that is very sophisticated in math. That over the past few hundred years, they figured out things that has been lost to humanity for some thousands of years. They have a passion for this. So when some people be like, oh, that's why I like what you said. Some is a hammer, some is a screwdriver. Yes, we're not all supposed to be doing the same thing. Not everybody's supposed to be a president. Not everybody's supposed to be a scientist. We all have our intelligences that work for us. And when we were all separated, because segregation was a thing on a global scale a few millennial years ago, we've been segregated for so long. We've been apart from what we can offer each other. You go to Hindu. I know I said that. Let me digress for a second. I said Hindu. I meant to say India, but up until the 1940s, Hindu was known as Hindustan for a while. So I always call it Hindustan. But Hindustan is very sophisticated with their architecture. That is an art form that we have lost because we have been disconnected from that culture. A culture who's been very prominent in that area for such a long time. So then some people who take race and all these things very seriously, they'll look at them and they'll be like, "Oh, they're so this is their people's thing." This is like, no, that's their culture thing. It has nothing really to do with race. Race is a very interesting topic for me to me because it's like it's very misunderstood because people put it into a negative way, but people don't understand that we're just different instruments of God here to do certain kind of music. My people have done a certain kind of music one way, your people have done a certain kind of music another way. We can't all play the damn guitar. That's not how you make a song. Imagine 4, 5, 6, 7 guitars on one song. You need some drums. You need some goddamn, you feel me? You need some different shit. Yes, indeed, Keith. We have definitely been told lies. I have been out of those lies for a very long time. I'm a big nerd. I've been doing a lot of studying since I was 9 years old. I hope that doesn't sound like not humble or modest, but I've been a very big nerd, very big researcher, a very big truth seeker since I was 9 years old. I've always had that kind of intelligence. My first time meditating, I was 6 years old. I didn't realize I was meditating. I've never heard of meditation. It was just something I stumbled upon because my mother she was a Christian. So in her mind, it was always, God created us, the Lord, all this, that, and the third. So me as a young individual, I'm not Christian, I'm not religious at all. But me as in my young mind, I'm like, well, if God created everything, what would it be like if he didn't create anything? What would this be like? And I started to meditate on nothingness without even knowing what meditation was or nothingness was. I just sat down, crossed my legs, and I didn't know, but I was sitting there. I felt like hours, man. It felt so long, but it was only like a few minutes. And I didn't realize that that's what I was meditating until like later, until I learned about it. I would always practice that. I'm like, I didn't, that's interesting that you could do that with your mind. Like, I've traveled dimensions with my mind when I was younger. I've done some real crazy shit, to be honest. And when I got older, I realized, like, oh, that was meditation. Then I started getting like a little bit prideful of myself because I was like, oh shoot, I've meditated when I was 6 years old. Like, I've been meditating for almost a decade by now. I was surprised. But oh, let me see what y'all saying. Your healing persona is the neuro wizard. Interesting. Oh, thank you, Balthazar. I'm sorry, I didn't even see that one. You said you got so into this live stream. Thank you. Y'all don't know, but this is my very first live. I'm gonna be real. This is my very first live stream. Let me talk a little bit more about myself. Like, I'm a nerd. Y'all gonna see me like constantly digress. You feel me? I'm gonna constantly go off topic because a lot of the things I know, a lot of my knowledge, it isn't just on one thing. Every single piece of my knowledge that I've ever studied all connects with each other. So I'll talk about one thing and it branches off into something else. It can always branch off into something else. I swear to y'all, the more y'all know me, the more you will understand everything is connected. Just be patient. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a know-it-all because I don't know everything. I don't. I just know that I do have a lot of very informative things that I know a lot of people don't know, because if they did, life would be different and people wouldn't believe and see the things that they did. But if y'all stick with me for longer, just in general throughout my journey, you guys will see and learn more, and y'all will teach me more, because of course I don't know everything, and I'm not that into I do say I'm a very intelligent individual. I can't lie about that. I used to think I was stupid for a long time. Everybody's always called me intelligent, and I've had to come to grips with that. I used to hate myself like fuck when I was younger. Fuck. But like, on the real, I'm not the most intelligent being in the world, but I do feel as if I have some sort of intelligence, and so do other people. So we can bounce off of each other. We can teach each other. The problem is motherfuckers don't try and really get into what they're intelligent. People like to have fun, and that's okay. I know, I understand. Life, we're lifing right now, for real. We're living. Life is lifing, but it's not all about fun. You got to go through your trials and tribulations. You gotta go through your hardships. Believe it or not, that shit matter way more than the fun. Nah, they're equally as important. Let me take that back. They're equally as important, but you cannot truly enjoy fun until you have some of the most fucked up parts of your life. You will never obtain, and I mean this shit. Now, I'm not trying to condemn nobody by saying this. You will never, ever reach bliss and true happiness until you go through the worst of what you have to go through in your life. Because you will never find appreciation in some of the simplest things until you realize how bad it is when you have nothing, until you realize how much you don't have. I've lost so many attachments. Like, I love my parents and all that. I'm not attached to them or nothing. I've had to lose so much. I used to like my dad, my pops was like my hero. And like just like that, I've had to realize that that man is nothing. Not nothing in like a negative connotation, but nothing as in he's human. He is a man just like I am a man. I was looking at him like a hero. He has his problems like I do. He is just another person in this world. Fuck that. Don't get attached to nobody. Don't get attached to nothing. You can have your friends, you can have your loved ones, you can have your relationships, bruh. But take care of you, find what you need to do before anything. Don't let nobody step on you. I don't care if it's your grandmother. I'm not saying hit her, obviously. Don't ever hit your grandmother. I will find you and I will hit you. But let's say your grandmother she's like, oh, Keith Vaughn, I don't think you're going to complete your dreams. You're just a nobody. You got to tell your grandma, like, okay, grandma, you on some bullshit. You telling me I can't complete my dreams? All right, now. Like, on some real shit. I'm sorry to hear that, Keith. And I'd like to talk about that. Just not like get into your business, but I would like to talk about loss for a second. Loss is very interesting. I'm sorry that you had to lose your mother. Not had to. I'm sorry that you lost your mother. I can't imagine losing my parent. As a matter of fact, when I was younger, I've always used to think about the fact that they're going to die at some point. I've always thought about I'm very desensitized to death, unfortunately. I'm not gonna say unfortunately, but it's helped me to try and help other people. And whenever I see people, I know losing a loved one, losing people that you love can be difficult, especially when it's somebody that helped create you. But sometimes I found that life, the universe, whatever, it will take things out of your life. I won't say no more. Absolutely. You said it. You said it perfectly. An empty cup must be filled. But I will also say this. And this is contrary to me agreeing to. It doesn't always. I won't say it must be filled, but it can be filled. Because emptiness is not always bad, but it's the fact that you must leave your cup empty so something can pour in that motherfucker. You can't receive blessings if you're always holding on to the blessings of the past. You can't. Empty your cup, wash that cup out, and let the universe fill it with its fountain of youth, whatever blessing it wants you to. And then that will help so many people, I feel like, because loss is probably one of the biggest things. My dad, when he lost his mother, he was distraught. Obviously, I didn't go to the funeral, but they said they're glad I didn't go to the funeral because he was in chaos. But yes, well, you can feel it. But like what I was saying earlier is I don't know what you believe in, but I like to say the universe or the source, the creator, but let life itself fill your cup with whatever opportunity it has for you. I swear, because we get in our own way so much because we want to do shit. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm gonna try and do shit my way. You know what I hate? When a motherfucker try and create a plan or they tell me to come up with a plan. Everybody be like, yo, nothing ever goes as planned. So why are you gonna plan? You have to embrace the spontaneity of life. Life is very spontaneous. It is very random. Life is gonna feed your soul. Like I swear, I guess maybe I'm speaking from my personal. I will say this: like when I left my cup empty and I didn't fill it, the shit that life itself would pour into my cup, I was like, wow, okay. I like so you wasn't gonna pour that into my cup until I stopped pouring whatever I wanted into my cup. So when I realized that I stopped filling my own cup, I said, all right, when it rains, it rains. And my God, when it rains, boy, does the universe let it pour on me. And I love it because my cup be overflowing sometimes. It's not overflowing with finances yet, but joy, bliss, wisdom, like, bruh, like the shit that I'm becoming, just the shit that I am, the more I think about life, like I've just by allowing those opportunities to flow through, it did something more special. Yes. Yes, absolutely. It's the problem that people get in the way. And I do apologize because I hope I don't sound like I'm pressing on any of my beliefs. But I also do want to say something that I do feel like I have some knowledge on. I'm vegan. I'm not telling nobody to go vegan. That's not what I'm about to say. I don't need nobody coming at me in the comments. I'm vegan. I fast. I do a lot of things to detox. It's when what you said about our bodies, Vaughn. It's so important that people understand how much of what they eat they not only shouldn't eat, but they don't need to eat. Like again, like I said, I fast, and I'm not gonna tell nobody what to eat and what not to eat. I will say it kind of presses me a little bit when people say I need to eat meat, and there's times when I don't eat anything for days and I'm fine, absolutely fine, because I'm detoxing. I'm letting my body heal up. You don't need to eat every day. You should not be eating 3 meals a day. You really shouldn't be doing that. 3 meals a day is crazy. You need time for your body to digest and get rid of things. It's hard to get a six pack, you say. Hold on. I'm sorry. I dropped y'all. Hold on. Now, I know you said it's hard to get a six pack. I got a six pack. Hold on. Let me before y'all accidentally see something y'all may not want to. All right. This is kind of what I'm working with. It's not really nothing. I'm not really much, but like I'm getting there. I'm trying to. I was overweight when I was a little bit younger. When I was like 13, 14, I was like 175, and that may not seem like that much, but imagine that being nothing really but blubber and like some muscle. I did have a good amount of muscle, but I did have a decent amount of blubber, and I'm 5'6", so I was a little bit, just a little bit. In my healing service, I ask, what would be beautiful for your life to bring, like to bring healing? Hmm. So when I heal, Whenever I be healing, like personally, whenever I be trying to heal, I'm already an introvert, but whenever I really need to be healed, like more, I start to delve even more into my solitude. I'm a very solitary individual. Like even me doing this shit right now is kind of crazy to me, cause I just don't like talking to people. I talk to myself like how I'm talking right now. I be in my room, I talk, I dance, I sing, I do all this shit with myself. I'll have a full blown conversation like I am right now to this phone talking to y'all with just myself. I really be cool in solitary. So like when I heal, that's I just do more of that. I just kind of step back even more and just let me just take a break, just exit all external bullshit, all external pleasures, all external everything. Just stop it and just exist within myself and learn to just be alive again. To me, that's personally like the best healing. Learning to be alive, learning to just exist and not worry about work, not worry about your health. Like I said earlier, I'm about to be on the. Unfortunately, I'm about to be on the streets tomorrow morning. I'm not thinking about that shit right now. I'm talking to y'all. Unfortunately, it's gonna be unavoidable. But shit, I'm going to. I gotta. I'm not gonna worry about it. Like, let me exist and heal now. It a lot of shit bullshit that people stress about. It don't matter. Every time I stress about things, the universe fucking does something for me. I'm always taken care of, so I stopped worrying about everything. So even in my healing processes, I'm like, I'm hurt. I'm in pain. I'm gonna get over it, cause it's never been a time that the universe never had my back. You're on a carnivore diet. Huh? He said I give my own TED talks. I like that. Mm. You know what? They say it's three people watching, but I don't know who's the third person who's just like not doing nothing. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. So while we are kind of like on these deep conversations, whatnot. Um, damn. I'll read a little bit to y'all. I'll read just a little bit. Fuck. Let me see. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Let me, cause Keith, you weren't here when I was doing this, but like I was saying earlier, um, to everybody, I write a lot. I'm writing books. These are all the books I'm writing at the moment. None of them are completed, but yes, I'm a nerd. I write. I'm about to read just a little bit. I don't know what passage I should read, to be honest. Okay. Anyways. Okay. I kind of don't know. What should I read? Yeah. I like this one. He said, I share verbal medicine skills. It's funny you say that because this might be a little bit of medicine. Um, this is something I wrote. Kind of like starting in the middle of something. I write down a lot of my thoughts and I put them together. And I also like whenever I write down like quotes, philosophies, poetry, I take them and I formulate them and I put them into one of my other books, which have a whole story and everything to it. But let's see. Is the concept of concept wrong? Words wrong? All that we know, can it be innocent? With love, can hate exist as play? As means of a fun, as means of fun amongst the competitive? Is it wrongful to stretch our skills and show our pride? Is being human really a burden on the soul? Perhaps not. Perhaps being human is a gift, a wonder amongst tragedies. Where there is love in the midst of darkness, can light form as the formless and formidable friend? Careless in the gaze of the soft caring, sightless to beauty, tasteless to shame, screechful so not to be unheard, yet babble to be misunderstood. A disdain for the unknowing, yet obsessed with the unknown, dauntless, horrid, soul in desolation, remembrance of self-existence, yet forgetful of self, felt with no love, handled without care, abandoned by God, the monster seeks form. Its gaze bringing trauma as it reap upon. Can love still enter thee? To bring music to the deaf, to gift heaven to hell, to raise a devil to godhood, to see the incarnations of the beast, and step forth without caution of harm, to hug the creature as a child of your own, to bring light within so warm it ignites fires with embers bright as stars and ashes fine as soil. We are as we are, alive, so take pride in such. So truly, riddle me this, what is humility to the great winged halo? Let the great winged halo stretch forth its wings and soar to the sunset or sunrise in which it seeks. I'm gonna stop there because shit. I kind of already read a little bit more than I wanted to. But damn, I closed my book and everything. I wanted to expand on some of that because some of it, like I said, it's philosophy and poetry and stuff. So some of it you may catch, some of it you may not catch. Um, ooh, herbs, yay, smelling salts. I'm not trying to wake up like that. Goodness, there's definitely the bump keys to your neurology. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, damn, I want to read that one so bad. I'm sorry. Personally, I do have like to me, when I read my stuff, I read this and like I don't even consider it mine. Like I write when I feel the universe flow through me. So I genuinely do not consider this shit my writing. This is to me, this is the universe speaking through me. Like where the, I just seen that passage. Uh, I gotta organize this thing too. Ah, this one. How so? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me tell you. This passage is called "Message to the Kings." So, um, my thought process in this is, if I'm to talk to world leaders, if I'm to talk to the kings of the world, those who are in power, no matter what era it is, what am I to say? So basically the majority of my writing, a lot of my writings isn't just philosophy and poems, it's also like allegories, it's like stories, like mentally a lot of these conversations or a lot of these words are words from the monk or whatnot in my head talking to whoever, whatever character within me that is trying to seek answers. So this is called Message to the Kings. Fuck, no, fuck it, because it's like I have this Message to the Kings inside of this book, so I might as well read this one. Um, ooh, damn, I wish Glitter Clit was here. I'm pretty weird. She's not here. She told me to message her on my first stream. She's not here. Okay, anyways. So, I'm sorry. I genuinely apologize. I'm Isha. Nice to meet you. My name is Isha. Um, I know it is being spelt as Isha, but it's going to be spelled as X-A-X-A. Ooh, fucking tongue. X-S-H-A. Fucking tongue. Fucking mouth words. Um, Anyways, but nice to meet y'all. I am Isha. I don't know y'all. I love y'all to death. I know it's kind of a weird thing to say, but genuinely I do. I do love my fellow beings on this earth. And I will show y'all guys the more and more that y'all know me. But anyways, let me read what I've written in this book. The story starts off abruptly. A wandering man found himself in front of a legendary queen, a queen ruling over a paradise for her and her soldiers, who were also women. The man approached the queen and bowed ever so greatly in humble, yet no fear. The queen unsheathed her blade and held it to the humble man's neck, yet the man still showed no fear. No man dares step into my lands. All who does instantly perish by me and my soldiers, the queen says with such ferocity. Indeed, my friend, I wish not to upset you. If my end is here, I truly cannot be bitter and will be in content. The queen lifts the man's head with her blade, only to see the man smiling. Confused, she looks at him for a moment to see the truth in his words. Even at death's door, the man's mood was unshaken. You are certainly no noble, no weapons to defend yourself. I can assure you, I am of no nobility. I am of no bravery nor courage, my friend. I am a man of a one-man war, fought only within himself. I know no harm except within myself, and in turn my peace is only made within. The queen removes the blade from the man. I threatened your life, yet you call me friend. Do you not know danger when it greets you? The only danger I am to worry of is a version of myself not yet disciplined, a victim of temptation, and guilty of no restraint. This man is mysterious. He's a very mysterious one. Where is your birthplace, stranger? You are mysterious to these lands, the queen says. I am from the Great Mother, and hopes to find the Great Father. I know nothing of my terrestrial birthplace, as it is of little concern to me. Where be I headed is matter of the direction of the great wind. The queen pauses for a second and looks at him. For the first time, the queen has owed mercy towards a man who found himself in the lands forbidden for men. Surely you have a name, wanderer. Present yourself, she asked. Name not the nameless, fame not the fameless. I am no one, nor to be anyone is my request. Let the unknown be unknown and leave much to learn. Learn everything and know nothing more. You may call me Isha the genuine, however, the genuine is not Isha. You're the first man to not be killed here on my lands. Surely you are to be grateful. I am grateful to have lived thus far. To die now is to die on good terms, just as any man wishes, Isha replies. You speak as if you know of no misfortune, of no bad deeds. Isha replies with, hang on, I'm sorry, what the fuck? I gotta scratch that out, hang on. Okay. Attention is currency of the wise. I must spend it wisely, for I have too little to pay attention to my complaints. I'm sorry, I'm reading. I know I'm reading. I have to say that again because that is fucking bars, bruh. The queen says to him, she says, you speak as if you know of no misfortune, of no bad deeds. And then Isha responds and he says, attention is currency of the wise. I must spend it wisely, for I have too little to pay attention to my complaints. Fucking Lil Wayne would be like, bro. Like, and that's not even rap. That's just fucking poetry. Anyways, I'm sorry. The queen looked in awe, for this man seems to be unfazed by any hierarchy and even death, which most living creatures are afraid and turn from. Where are you headed, wanderer? I am like the air freely flowing until something takes me under their breath for a moment, only to be released into the wind. Isha replies, then it is my breath which you will be taken. You are to aid by my side until you are seen unfit. Rise, Isha, like the sun after the darkness, and follow me like the shadows of day. Isha rose to his feet and walked alongside the queen. The queen keeping her gaze on Isha, not worried where she walks, for she knows these lands. No words. A silent wanderer you are. I speak when spoken to. I am passive as the water which is calm until interruption, until the tip of a finger touches it and ripples throughout the rest of the sea. Do you even wonder my name? The queen asked. In time I may know, or I may not know. However, I need not to. The queen turns and steps in front of Isha, blocking his path, and yells, Kalia! The queen stepped forth and grabbed her blade, but not unsheathing it, just only to show that she meant business. I am Queen Kalia. May no one walk these lands unaware of the name and face of its queen. The queen stood strong as the mountains of her lands, and a face as calm as the waters. Her words mighty when spoken, as she is meant to be heard. Isha looked softly at Kalia and extended his palm toward her forehead. The queen jumped back and pushed her blade to Isha's palm without penetrating it. Isha did not break his stance, nor did Kalia. Who are you, really? You are not alike anyone known. What is your purpose and intent? The queen says with such ferocity. Who am I? Who may I be? I be the one who will tend to your loneliness when it has accompanied you. I be the one who will mend you when you are torn asunder. I be that peace of mind when you find it, your comfort when you need it. Isha got down on his knees and set his palms on the ground to bow once more. Kalia knelt down and set her blade beside her and grabbed Isha's palms and rose him to his feet. With confusion, she couldn't understand. Why was he not affected by any sort of danger? I don't understand. Why act kind in the face of danger? It can only lead to harm. Isha looked at Kalia and smiled. There is no danger upon the gaze of peace, friend. Once accompanied by peace, you are abandoned by danger, guided by stability in a sea of chaos. No worries plagues me, no evils feast upon me, therefore they do not conquer me. When asked, who are you? You tell them a child of existence. When asked, where are you? You tell them at peace. When asked how, you tell them by the will of the great. I fear no one, just as no one should fear me. When in chaos, search for peace. When at peace, be immovable. That is a teaching of my master. Who is your master? I want to meet them, she replies. Kalia's voice softened and her tone lowered, showing the inner child not seen in a long while. Purity and innocence gazed from her eyes like a child who knows of no horrors. All who seeks the master shall meet the master in moments. As you are in search, you are destined to find. Isha is as every word spoken, and just as every birth a new life. This is a new embodiment to the lore of Kalia, yet familiar in presence to the Waji, the soul. Lost in the gaze of Isha, Kalia for a moment forgot she was queen, adoring his centeredness and admiring his sense of greater direction. She was in awe and left to question this mysterious wandering. The two continued to walk on Journey Road, a road which connects distant lands far and many, well into all directions. What is this great wind you speak of? How does it direct you? What is this vague speech you use? Kalia asked the odd man. With a subtle smile, Isha closed his eyes, and with a peaceful, deep breath, he responded, We are. Ooh, I'm sorry. Hang on. I need a deep breath because I did write a lot on this one. All right. Let me again. With a subtle smile, Isha closed his eyes, and with a peaceful, deep breath, he responded, "We are existent, alike all bearing seeds, in which the great wind guides to its destined plot, bearing all it is to bear, which it shall grow asunder, descending its roots past the graves of matter, and arising heightened past the heavens perceived by common man, casting its shadows upon thy false beloveds and desires as all gaze upon thee. And as for my speech, perceived as vague by the lesser understanding of its use, I use these words as a vessel for you to pour your meaning into. You displayed this when asking of my speech and perceived it as vague rather than a vessel, limiting your understanding of these words. This is similar to the teaching of changing the wine, keeping the bottle method used by a sibling in finding the way. The value of the meaning is determined by the depth of perception. Perception is a passage to knowledge. When used wisely, you can escape those in which plague and infest spirit. What plagues me, if such is so? Even as queen, can it be that I too am corrupt? Isha replies with a simple answer. To free is not to tame, not to rule, either justly or unjust, not to govern nor assert. You may rule your people, but are they free? No, for freedom knows no rules, no safety, no risks, no hesitation, no authority, no consequence, nor punishment, no fear, nor bravery, and so on of those accompanied by shadow. I'm back. I accidentally my phone had died, but everybody's gone now. Yeah, I know my phone had died. Um, Thank you for coming back. Anybody who does, I was in the middle of reading some stuff and it doesn't even matter. I don't even know. I'm not even sure if anybody was really paying attention, but it's fine. Haha. Yeah. And the other people, it was like one other person, he's gone, but that's fine. Hmm. Goodness. It's my first live, so I'm still trying to like get used to things, kind of like I don't know. I don't even know how to like formulate everything that I want to. I know I needed to do something, put myself out there somehow, you know what I mean? You really can't accomplish anything if you don't just do something. Yeah, thank you. Like, it's just like, I'm really trying to get me a guitar, so I want to make my first song at some point. My first song is probably not going to be the best. My first guitar ain't going to be the best. Damn sure won't be my last guitar, but it's just doing something. And I got my 50 something subscribers. I seen I was able to go live today finally, so I said, you know what? Let me go live. Oh man, that's so cool. Yeah, I just need to play a solo on a flute. I can't wait till I have an instrument. I just be wanting to do music like right off the bat, and I just can't. I don't have nothing. I need something to practice. If I knew, well, actually, technically, I do know somebody who make beats. I can do my own. Like somebody taught me, like just to like download beats, use what you call it? Not BandLab. No, yeah, BandLab. Use BandLab, but I'm gonna be honest, a lot of that stuff is so like It's not complicated. I'm just being lazy. That's the problem with me. That's cool though. If you trying to be in a band or something, you want to be in a band, or you just like playing. You said the way it's your true instrument. So that's your thing for real. That's cool. It's interesting what we do when we make music. It's beautiful. Personally, I think everybody should get into some sort of art form. It's like the best expression of feeling and things that you're going through internally. Even if you're not going through something, it's just beautiful to make music. It is. Everybody's got a song to sing. Everybody. It's just whether or not if anybody is gonna do it or not. Do you upload on YouTube or no? I'm in the Viper band. I've never heard of that. Sorry that I've never heard of it. No disrespect. I'd like to know though. Is it anywhere I can listen to y'all music? Oh. Ah. Oh yeah, you did say you're in school. Ah. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I've never been in band. When I was in school, I didn't do a lot of things. I didn't do sports, didn't do band, didn't do none of that. Never did chorus. Oh man, I don't even have Facebook. I'm sorry. Oh, you're the lead too. That's actually cool. That's got to be exciting. Mm, mm. I think I could play guitar to a flute. I'd actually like to try that out. Mm, yeah. Damn, I've been here for a little over an hour. A little over an hour. That's way more than an hour. That's like an hour and a half. Yeah, I remember when it said like 70 minutes. That's crazy. I can't even read musical notes yet. I'm gonna get into it. I kind of don't think you always have to read musical notes. I also think you can make music just by like feeling the vibe. But I also believe music notes is very important because if you're ever trying to understand somebody else's work, music notes is gonna help. Mm. There's all this bullshit on my hand. What is this? I'm sorry, I got distracted. I don't know. Is it coming from my hair? What the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to check and make sure my hair dye isn't coming out because I'm like, this is blue on my hand, but I don't know where it came from. Is it from my insect? Like, it is. It is. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I just had to make sure that ink or whatever it was wasn't coming from my hair, or else I'd be dripping all onto my clothes. But that's from an insect. Matter of fact, where's my lighter? So I can light my incense. Oh, it's not around here. But oh, and you have highlights. So like, what do you mean highlights? Like, oh, you mean like hair highlights? Ah, okay. I actually don't know what highlights are exactly. I mean, I've heard of them, of course, because they were a really big thing when I was younger amongst the amongst a lot of the ladies, but I never knew exactly what they were. Is girls in my school be like, I got my highlights, and I'm like, what is a highlight? Isn't it like what kind of like strands of hair? They are a pain. So it just like attached your hair is to like weave or something? Ah. So is that like how some girls get like dreads fast or something? And like colored dreads? Or like, damn, you're young. I don't even know if you know this. You probably do know the culture. Like, I'm when I was younger, a lot of the girls were like emo. A lot of us were just some emo individuals in general. But a lot of the girls would wear like all these colored things in their hair. I guess those were highlights. Or like yeah, they're like strands of hair or something. They kind of like stitching. I don't know if they stitch it into their head, but you're a little emo. Okay. I mean, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. I like a lot of emo rock, a lot of emo rap. Um, see, it's cool. A lot of people say I'm gothic. Uh, I don't classify as anything. I just am. I do love to paint my nails black. I do need more nail polish. At my job, I'm not supposed to have them, quote unquote, but I'm sort of challenging my district manager about it because it doesn't say that I can't have black. Black is a neutral color. It is. If you want to call it a color, it's a neutral color because we're supposed to only wear neutral colors. But I know it's really because he's old school and he doesn't like seeing a guy wear nail polish. That's his real issue about it. But of course, he's not gonna say that. You're a little goth too. People think I'm goth because all the black. Um, damn, ouch. I'm sorry. All the black. I like skulls. Like I got this. This was a drawing I did, and then I had somebody tattoo it on me. But I'm not gothic. I don't think I'm gothic, emo, or punk. But if you're going to classify me as gothic, emo, and punk, I don't know what I'd be. I'd have to be emo, cause emo stands for emotional. That's really what it stands for, and just emo is shortened to the style. But if I was to be emo, punk, or gothic, I'd honestly be either. I think I'd be emo or punk because I don't think I'm gothic. Nothing wrong with goths, cause I fucking love. I was always a big goth fan. It's just my style seems more punk to emo rather than gothic. Yeah, I can say that. Well, don't I don't want to tell you what to do. I do want to say though, like it's cool to have a significant other, a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you got. You say girlfriend, so yeah. Um, But I swear, learn yourself so much. Like, date yourself. Whatever love, whatever emotions you're willing to put into a relationship, put that into you first. See what that really do for you. Like, I swear, one of my personal favorite quotes. This is one of my quotes. I said, the greatest love story ever told is a person falling in love with themselves, and that's the greatest story to be told over and over again. When I learned to fall in love with myself, when I learned to stop hating myself, not saying that you do, but to be honest, most people don't actually love themselves. People don't know what that really feels like. That's what life is about. But when I finally learned to love myself truly, it's like, or when I started to get onto that journey, it's a different feeling. I don't even really want nobody. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't. It's cool to have people around. Like I'll have friends. I don't mind having friends, but I don't want a girlfriend. I don't. I want people to be cool and to have fun. Like when I close my door, when I go into my room in this motel, it's just me. I love that. That's my sense of peace. That's not gonna be for everybody, just but for me personally, that's my beautiful sense of peace I got. But if you want to get a girl, my personal advice is just wait until you are taking care of yourself completely. You're completely doing you. You loving yourself. This, that, and the third. But like it's weird, cause the longer I've focused on myself and I've really learned more about myself and loved myself, the more attention I got from other people. And it's weird because it's like, wow, I don't want to date nobody. Now all of a sudden people want to date me. Fuck away from me. But I mean, you ain't got to be that way, but it's like, it's weird. You kind of realize, like, people really like seeing somebody be themselves and not care, just doing what makes them happy. When you find you a girl, no, screw that. A girl is gonna find you when she sees you doing your thing and she's really in love with you doing and being you, and you can be in love with her being herself and just doing herself. You found the right one completely. Fortunately, a lot of people they get with the wrong people because a lot of people just don't want to be alone, and a lot of people don't know how to confront that within themselves. But it's really just them not wanting to be alone. So they get into relationships back to back to back to back, and it's like you don't need to do all that. Just focus on yourself and learn to be comfortable with just you. Learn to feel your own company so you never have to be alone, so you never have to feel like you ever need nobody. Thank you. Oh my, I dyed my eyebrows brow, but it's going down. No, I'm gonna tell you why. I don't like people touching my hair. I really hate it. I don't like being touched a lot in general, but especially my hair. It's like, don't touch my hair. I've had people like reach out and try and touch my hair, and I'm like, yo, what is wrong with you? You sick? I've had men try and touch my hair. I've had women try and touch my hair. It's like, don't touch me. I will say, I don't mind my hair being touched if I really know you, I like you, and like, you'd have to be super, super close to me. Like, nobody's ever been that close to me. I'll rub my hair. Like how I have run my hands through my hair a lot. I like that. If somebody else did that to me, I wouldn't mind, but I'd have to really be comfortable with it. How old did you say you turned today? You said today's your birthday? Oh, if they pull on your hair, that deserve a punch. No, don't hit nobody. I don't condone that. Like you said, today was your birthday? Okay. I just had to remember it was you and not somebody else. Okay. That's interesting. When I was your age, I didn't have a girlfriend or anything at all. I didn't even care at the time. What was I doing? You said you're 8. No, you said you're 14. I don't know. Anyways, either way, around those ages, I was. What was I doing? Besides being a menace to society. Goodness. I wasn't that bad of a menace. You was born on a leap year? I've never met one of you people before. I've never met somebody who was born on a leap year. Not that it really matters, but I mean, that's interesting. So, how old are you in leap year years and regular years? I'm sorry. You're 3. You're 3 years old in leap year years. That's actually kind of funny. That's cool though. So it's like, no, I'm sorry, I can't. I can't. That's stupid. Ha ha ha. Yo, that's crazy. So like, if you got arrested, let's say in human, no, in leap year years, you're like 15 or 14. If you got arrested when you were 14 in leap year years, are you still going to juvenile or are you going to real jail? Like, which years count? Are they going to count your, like, I'm confused. I swear, this has to be an American thing. Yeah, I swear, because there can't be a such thing called a leap year everywhere. Is it? It is? See, I sound retarded. I probably sound retarded now, but I genuinely don't know. Oh, they're gonna base it off the real year. Ha. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I've learned something new today. Um, uh, um, Balthazar Naranjo. I don't know you personally, but you seem pretty cool. I hate to cut this short, but I have to work in the morning and I have to move out of my room in the morning. Oh, fuck. I gotta I gotta get some rest. I got a lot I gotta do tomorrow. Um, but it was very nice meeting you. I hope next time I get on live, you're here. I don't discriminate on ages. I talk to everybody, and as you can tell, I'm gonna talk to you like, you're just a buddy. I'm not gonna talk to you like, oh, you're a little kid or like you're an adult. I don't see that. You're just another person. We can conversate like intellectuals. But I thank you for staying this much. I really do appreciate it. Man, have a good night.